Hi everyone, I'm Janelle with brand Junkin New, and as promised, we're about to start some Christmas haul. So we made it through all the stuff at the end of my dining room, and all that's been listed in my Etsy or eBay shops. You can go back and watch old videos to see what kind of things I showcased in the last couple months. And now it is mid-November, and we are moving on to the Christmas hoard. I recently went to a Christmas auction and picked up lots of great finds. And I'm going to share a few of my favorites with you today. I'll probably do one or two more Christmas videos before the season ends. So just keep in mind that the shopping season, whether you are ready for it or not, has already started and people are already at it. They're already thinking about their decorations, their gift giving, all that stuff. So be mindful if you see something that you love here. One thing I will tell you is nearly everything that I'm showing you has already been listed. So I tried to list things and have it ready for you because it is such a competitive market right now, to make sure that once I show it to you, it's ready if you're interested in purchasing and you want to have it for your own. So most everything that I'm going to show you today is already in my Etsy shop or on my eBay page. And if you have questions, you can leave those down in the comments and I'll answer them right away. Let's get to it. I only have a few things to showcase today, and then I'm going to tell you about this guy that's up in the corner watching, keeping an eye on us to see who's being naughty and who's being nice. So he's there keeping an eye on things, and I'm gonna give you a little bit more information about him a little later on. So let's start with the paper guys. So I love vintage paper decorations. They always remind me of my elementary school days because these were the things the teachers always tacked onto the walls and hung from the ceilings during the holiday season, and I try and pick them up no matter what the holiday. So I've already sold quite a few Christmas paper decorations. This is one that I just picked up at the Christmas auction, and I like this guy because his legs move. So it looks like he's either standing, or you can make it look like he's running to get the gifts off to his little friends. He's got his little Santa bag there with a puppy and a doll baby, all the typical things the kids ask for. He's in pretty good shape. He has lots of tape stains on the back and a few tape marks on the front. It's usually to be expected with these because they have been used and hung and displayed. So otherwise he doesn't have any tears. He's got a couple little creases, but I really love him. I love these in wreaths. So if you're making a great big wreath and you're looking for a little Santa accent, these look really cool, like in the center of the wreath or off to the side with some ornaments around them. So here's this guy. He is listed. I don't remember how much I listed him for. Usually they go anywhere from they'll go anywhere from $8 to up to $25, depending on how rare, what company made them, what condition they're in, how big they are, how little they are, things like that. So I don't quite remember where I listed this guy, but I'm gonna guess somewhere between $8 and $12. So there he is in all his Christmas glory. I picked up a few of these ornaments. I kept a couple of them for myself, and I'm willing to part with one of them. So this is a vintage glass ornament that has the metal topper there, which shows some patina and discoloration because the metal has tarnished a little bit. It's pink. It's like a fuchsia pink with green glitter designs. And what I loved the most about this is that it has like a geometrical sculpted three-dimensional design to it. So if you look, it's not just zigzags, it's a relief of zigzag. It's 3D zigzag. And the stripe isn't just a stripe, it's actually sculpted stripes. So there's actual physical dimension in this ornament. And it's a little imperfect. So I'm guessing that it may have still been hand blown. I don't know if you can pick it up here, but it's not perfectly symmetrical. So as far as circles go, it kind of dips off a little bit here, which tells me that it's handmade or hand blown. And I thought it was super interesting that all those designs are in there. So I haven't quite figured it out, and I haven't found any like it online yet to compare to. But I thought it was pretty original and pretty neat. So I kept a few, and I'm willing to share one. So I have this one listed in my shop. I think right now it's somewhere between $8 and $12. Super bright color, all the glitters there. Really pretty and just kind of different from most of the glass ornaments that we see. This I think I picked up in a thrift store for like $1. It is made by Lefton, and it actually says limited edition. So this was a limited edition Christmas dish set that Lefton put out. This does have a mark on it of 4398. So it's marked with a number. It's got the Lefton mark in gold. I guess I could show it to you. So there's the marking. This is hand painted. So the background is a light green, a Christmas green, but it's a light green background. And then it has these beautiful hand painted, not transfer, poinsettias. This is a bone dish. So this is the dish you'd put on the table to throw your bones while you're eating. Typically fish bones, maybe chicken bones. For Thanksgiving, it could be your wishbone. Or Christmas, if you're turkey people at Christmas time. My family is not. We're very strict about the turkey on the Thanksgiving holiday and the ham on the Christmas holiday, and we never change that up. I would use it as a trinket dish or a candy dish or some other type of catch-all on my Christmas table, but beautifully hand-painted, nicely done, made by Lefton, and does belong to a limited edition dish set that they put out with Christmas design, that poinsettia design. Next up, and I hope this picks up okay on the camera. So this is a craft food jar shaped like Santa Claus, which is pretty neat. I'm not sure what was in it. So what it says on the back is Craft General Foods. That's embossed on the glass here. It has a green lid with Craft Foods, and there's also some like paper label left on there that I didn't take the time to scrub off. But he's clear glass. There's no chips, no cracks, none of that kind of stuff. He's pretty neat. Excuse me. I'm not sure if... I can't imagine they would have put peanut butter in this. That would have been annoying because the embossed design is actually embossed on the inside as well. So you'd have been like trying to dig the peanut butter out of his elbow and stuff. And that kind of would have been weird and awkward and a struggle. So I don't know what came in here, but I like it because it's Santa Claus. And I like most things that are Santa Claus. So it's Santa Claus's vintage. If you turn it around on the back, the design goes all the way around. It's hard to pick up there, but on the back is the embossed Santa bag with presents in it. So they were thinking all the way around on this one. So cute little decoration. Would be cute to put some vintage little ornaments on or fill it with tinsel so that you can actually see the design better. I don't know, whatever you'd like to do with it, but it's really cute. It's really Christmas. It's really vintage, and I have it in my Etsy shop. So he's cute. I like him. Hopefully you guys can see him on the camera. It's kind of hard to show clear things to you guys well. Next up, if you like the kitschmas, if you like kitschy stuff, I've got these really adorable, in excellent condition, tall, kitschy little flocked reindeer. So they're white little reindeer. Flocked, for those of you who don't know, flocked ornaments are the ones, I'm going to put one down so I can demonstrate. Flocked are the ones that have the fuzzy little finish. So it's not really fur, but it's a fuzzy, almost like velvety finish. So that's what these guys are. You can see a little better there. They are flocked. They have all their antlers, all their ears, their tails, and their legs. Nothing's been broken off. Then they've got this cute little plastic bell around their neck. There's no clapper in it, so it doesn't ring or anything. It's just for decoration. And they're both wearing a little red scarf. So it's a pair of those. Very cute, very, very kitschy. I gotta get rid of some of the stuff in the background. It's busy. So there's some kitschy little reindeers. These would be really cute on your Christmas display, on your mantle, in your Christmas village. You could put hangers on them, use them as Christmas ornaments. They don't currently have hangers on them, but you could add them easily. They stand on their own, unassisted, which is also a big deal for these kinds of things because not all, I mean, they have 4 legs, but not all of them stand without being propped, or some of them stand crooked. These two are nice and straight and sturdy. So lots of ways you could use these. These will be in the kitschy little vintage deers are already available in my shop. And there's a lot of stuff, man, that I already listed and sold before I could get to these videos. So the daylight, I always film in daylight, and now that we set the clocks back and we're on daylight savings, it's kind of a bummer because I'm really limited in when I can film because I use the natural sunlight and we don't have a whole bunch of it now. So that's a bummer. It's been harder to make videos, so my apologies for that. Next up, I have a cross stitch. So it's 1980s. So some of these kits are very popular. I don't know about the popularity of this one, but I love the design of it, and it's brand new. It's never been opened. So it's made by Dimensions. It is 1980s. There was a date on it somewhere. Let me see if I can find 1983, made by Dimensions. This is a counted cross stitch kit. There's the design. I believe it's called Patchwork Christmas. Each letter has like a different design in it. So there's a rainbow striped M. The C has a bow on it with a Christmas tree in it. The M in Mary's got teddy bears inside of stockings. The R's look like candy canes. So each letter has a different individual design, and they're all Christmas related, and then it says Merry Christmas. So on the front it shows you what it looks like finished and framed, but this does not come with a frame. It's just the counted cross stitch kit. So inside is all the thread that you would need. It's hard to believe that little batch of thread makes that big, beautiful image, but there's the thread you would need. Here is the backing, the actual cross stitch canvas that you sew on, and then the directions are included in there as well. Again, it's never been opened. It is completely still sealed. There's no original price even. I think I listed it in my shop for like 18 to 22, I think. There were a few others, so I was trying to be a little bit competitive in my pricing. Plus, it ships pretty cheap because it's really lightweight. So this one you should be able to pick up for a decent price in my shop. I think somewhere around 18 I listed it. So there it is, 1980s Merry Christmas, but it's so cute. Like, I think it's modern enough to use now, and it's also vintage enough to pull off as vintage. So there you have that if you are feeling crafty. Or if you have a friend or a relative who loves cross stitch, that'd be a great gift item as well. Last two items. So next I have a set of Glow Ray. These are Noma, made by Noma. There's the big beautiful box. Noma is known for their gorgeous Christmas light boxes. So there's the Noma name. Here is the full-size box. So you can see how big the box is. This is one set of lights. They're called Glow Ray. So these are a special set of lights that have the perfectly round ball-shaped bulbs. All of the bulbs are currently working. This is a working light set. So I sell both working and non-working because some are collectible even when they aren't working any longer. Also, sometimes people just like to decorate with the ones that don't work. And display them. So this is a working set. They are plastic cords. They have the little wooden red beads, and the purpose of those beads you can kind of see in this picture there. See at the bottom, that yellow dot? The purpose of those beads is to hold them steadily on the tree. So you use the wires to attach the light to the tree, and then you move the bead to tighten the wires so that the light stays in place where you want it to. If I'm thinking about how they work, something I can compare them to, sometimes your hoodies and your sweatshirts or your athletic pants, they have that little button, and you push the button in and slide it in so that the drawstring can't slide in and out. Does that make sense? That's kind of how this wooden bead thing works on the Christmas tree branch to make sure that your bulbs don't flop over and look pathetic. Because nobody wants a pathetic looking Christmas light on their tree. So these are the bulbs. You can see the paint on the bulbs is in good condition. Again, those are all working. I cannot guarantee that they will still work when they get to you, at least each bulb. I'm pretty sure the light set will still work when they get to you. Sometimes the jostling in the mail, just like the wiggling around, knocks these delicate bulbs, the filaments inside, and they don't work by the time they reach you. But it's never really happened to me. I hear about it happening to other folks, but I haven't had it happen to me. So they work. On the side, look at that awesome image of Santa and the reindeer. So the box is in used vintage condition. You can see there's a tear, here's a tear, but it's still it's still sturdy and does a good job of holding the lights. It's still super displayable. The color's good. There's like no water damage or big staining. On the back are all the directions still. So you can simply display the box. You can display the whole light set. You can use these lights under direct supervision, knowing that it is vintage electricity. You should never leave it unattended. They do get super hot. All vintage lights do get super hot. The bulbs get hot, so I would never put them where kids can reach them, or animals. I wouldn't put them near fabrics. Like, you just have to be really safe and smart about it. Don't put them on timers. Don't leave them plugged in for long periods of time. Basically, you plug it in while you're sitting in front of it looking at it, and then you unplug it before you walk away to use the restroom or something. Like, just don't leave them unattended. They are fire hazards. That's why we don't make them like this anymore, folks. So if you love them and you want to use them, be super careful. Be smart and be careful. There's that light set. I don't remember what I listed them at because the box is included. I don't really remember. I think it's somewhere like around $25 or $30, but they are in my shop already. And then lastly, this is something I had never seen before, and my sister actually bought these, and then they were included in a box of stuff. She went to the auction with me. They were included in a box of things that she won at auction, and then after she looked at these, she was like, I'm not really going to use these. See if any of your vintage loving friends might want them. So these are called color kindlers. Excuse me. They're in this cool red box. I love the graphics, the fireplace, and then that big black flame with the little kindler. This is what they look like. I'm going to show you in a minute. There's a little rhyme on the front that tells you what these are, but basically it says first it kindles, then it colors. First lay your logs in sets of 3, as in the picture you do see. No more bother, no more fuss, leave the kindling up to us. Just light my wick and start me quick, and place me under the middle stick. I'll start your fire and make it glow in rainbow colors that come and go. So, and then it says, be sure the flame comes in contact with logs. That's, yeah, pretty much how you start, kindle a fire, start a fire. So this is the box. When you open the box, originally there were 9 candles. So they're these candles, wax thingies with glitter in them. So you can see the gold glitter. Each of them have a wick. They're in little paper cups. I'm going to take one out and show you. They're in these little paper cups with a wick. So essentially, I mean, it's a candle. They have a smell, but it's not like a candle smell. This is not a Yankee. Yeah, there's no sugar cookie. There's no sugar cookie. There's no evergreen tree. There's no Christmas tree in this bad boy. This is straight up must smell. I doubt you'll smell that when you put it in your fireplace. If you're brave enough to put it in your fireplace, I don't know that I recommend that, but something inside me wants to test it. I feel like I need to see it go. I need to see it work. I need to see it glow. So if you buy these, you might end up with a box of 5 because I might try one. I'm dying. I want to know. I want to know what this thing does. So apparently you lay it under your middle log. You light it. You make sure the flame is touching the log. That's what the box says. It lights your fireplace on fire and gets your wood stove burning. And then as you're sitting there having your cup of cocoa, apparently it burns rainbow colors. So it turns blue, and then it turns green, and then it's red, and then it's yellow, and then it's orange, and then it's blue, and then it's green, and then it's purple. Apparently that's what it does. So I'm dying to test it. I might do it. I don't know. If I do, I'll drop the price $1 or something. I don't have a fireplace, so I don't know where I'm going to test this out at. I guess out in my yard. I don't have a fire pit either, so I don't know. I guess I'm just going to try it in the yard. But there's a set of 6. Again, maybe 5 by the time they get in the mail. But sounds like a really cool concept. Sounds really fun to do. Again, I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying try this at home. I'm not saying that they're safe. It looks like they're like 1950s, 60s, which tells me that we know more about fire than we knew then. I can't guarantee that there's not a dangerous chemical in here. I don't know. I mean, there's no ingredients listed. Probably a bad sign. We do that kind of stuff now because it's important. So I don't have a lot of information. I'm going to say buy at your own risk. Use at your own risk. And if I light one of these bad boys, then I will, I'll make sure that we take video and I will share it with y'all to see what's happening. And share that information. Oh, I almost forgot. I have one more thing out on the table that I wanted to show you. It's sitting right in front of me and I was totally overlooking it. So before we go, I've got this set of Lefton. This is a Lefton set of ceramic trees. We have 3 in all. So we have 1, 2, 3. And these trees make up a set, which is an hors d'oeuvre. It's a hostess set. This is an hors d'oeuvre tree. So you can see that similar to salt and pepper shakers, it has a bunch of holes in it, but they're all over, not just at the top, so they're everywhere. The purpose of those holes, let me point them out in case the camera's not picking them up well. Hole, 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 like at the tip of each branch, I suppose you'd say, right before where the snow is. So those holes are designed to put toothpicks in. On the toothpick, you attach an hors d'oeuvre, like a gumdrop, or, I mean, I would say gumdrops because of the size of this tree, but I suppose you could put like a small little, what do they call them? Pig in a blanket on there or something. But you attach your hors d'oeuvre to a toothpick and then put the toothpick in here, and then you have a little tree with all the hors d'oeuvres attached to it. So that's that. It's got a pretty gold metallic star, some ornaments, gold stars throughout. Sits on this white vase. And then on the bottom, you can see the remnants of the Lefton sticker. And then it's also numbered. And that number, if you want to get on the Googler, is 054/96 or 98. In the listing, it's exact when I can see in good light. So it is numbered. It does have a bit of the Lefton label. I know these are Lefton. I've sold a set before. Never all together. So I've had the salt and pepper shakers at one point. I've had the tree at one point, but I've never had all together. So here are the salt and pepper shakers. They are an exact replica of the bigger tree. They have the salt and pepper holes in the top only, and then they have the original stoppers. These also are marked and numbered and have remnants of the Lefton stickers. Now these are in excellent shape. There are no chips, no cracks. All the paint is good. They are in really, really good condition. So these are ready for your Christmas table or for your Christmas display. If you're a lover of the ceramic trees and you're into that thing, I love them. Lots of people do. Most people that love vintage love the old ceramic trees. If you have some of those decorating your holiday, then these would fit right in as well. Beautiful, cute little addition to your Christmas table. So that's what I've got for you today. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I am going to do probably 1 or 2 more Christmas videos as the season goes on. This fella, so right here, right there, is a Rushton Santa. Should I bring him closer? I'll bring him closer. So this is a Rushton. Oh, he's so cute. This is a Rushton Santa doll. These were popular in the 1950s. He's marked on his boots. He has the Rushton tag. He's got that beautiful rubber Rushton Santa Claus face. He's got the I'm watching you side eye. Look at that side eye. Look at him. I can do it. Because I work in a school. We know how to do our side eyes, us school employees. So here he is. He is green. And that makes him super special because they're usually red. Sometimes they were pink, also very rare. Sometimes they were green, pretty rare. This is a green Rushton Santa Claus. This guy is going to end up on eBay soon. All right, so everybody be easy, be breezy, and we will see you next time.